So is New York City still worth moving to in 2025? I'd say only if you already have money. In the past, it used to be, you know, the whole, if you can make it in New York City, you can make it anywhere, right? Now I'd say that's changed a bit because New York City is just fucking too expensive. Now I can speak to this because I was born in Woodside, Queens, okay, like in the city, okay, just like Peter Parker, okay, our Queens hero, Spider-Man, I love him. I moved to Florida, came back to New York, lived in Manhattan back in 2011 or 12, and been here since. And back then, I'd say it still applied, the rule, right? I worked really hard, didn't have a career yet. It was, you know, fresh out of college, and it was freaking tough in the beginning. But I really felt like it kind of hardened me and it made me who I am today. And I feel like if I would have stayed down in Florida, I would have been a little more chill, a little more complacent at the time. And you know, I don't know if it would have had the same impact on my life. Now, that was way before remote work was a real thing. You know, it was before we went through this migration, right, after COVID and all that kind of thing. And you can be anywhere really to just, you know, build a remote online business. You can make it anywhere outside of New York City. And then once you have the money, you'll come back to New York. Because once you have money, you can really enjoy all the things that New York has to provide, like the amazing food, being able to go to the shows, being able to go to the events, being able to just afford living here, having a nice apartment, right? The median average rent, I think, for a one bedroom right now is like over $4,000. I have no idea how people in the city afford having kids. I don't have any kids, me and my wife, but like when I see that, like kids in like a 1-2 bedroom apartment in a high rise in Manhattan, I'm like, the fuck do you do? You know, I just don't understand it. On Billionaires Row, like you'll see all these like, you know, fucking pencil thin high rises going up there. Super small on the inside, but have amazing views. And you know, you can fit a lot of those buildings and you start making them thin like that. And then that's what they want to do. They want to keep piling them in there and letting people buy up the real estate from overseas. And that's the way it's going to be. And that's what New York is transforming into, at least the city. There's some careers, you know, some industries here in New York, like, you know, fashion and certain types of entertainment and such that, of course, yeah, come here, build your career here because it's the place to do it. Like my wife, who's a fashion makeup artist and is doing amazing. And she can't leave New York. In fact, that's the main reason I'm still here too, because, you know, her career is doing wonderful here and she built it here as an immigrant, worked hard, no one helped her, she did it the right way, and she's built a wonderful career for herself, and I'm so proud of her. And New York did that. So I'm not saying this applies to everyone, but if you're someone like me, who, you know, was in communications and then fitness, nutrition, and then tech, and, you know, kind of switched careers a lot, but these are all industries you can do through online means, online jobs, whether starting your own thing or getting a job remotely. I would probably say do that first, make your money, have a nice nest egg, and then make your journey over to New York. Is it still worth it in 2025? If you've got dough, if you've got cheddar, sure. But do it with caution, because otherwise in a couple of years you might be out of here. Not that it wouldn't have been worth it, but you may not have achieved what you thought you would because the prices are just so insane. I don't even know how I survive here anymore. I really don't. I'm hanging on by the skin of my balls. So anyway, yeah, those are my thoughts from a New Yorker to you. But yeah, maybe I'll make more videos on this about New York City and vlog stuff, and especially for international people who think about coming here even for vacation and stuff like that. I can give you some inside tips. Until next time, take care.